In 1937, in the industrial town of Chester-le-Street, Durham, a photographer captured a moment that spoke volumes about class, labor, and love. The image shows a wife washing her coal miner husband after a long day's work. He kneels over a metal tub, body bent, skin streaked with soot, while she leans over him, scrubbing away the evidence of the mines. It is a simple domestic act, yet one that encapsulates the harsh realities of Britain's working class in the interwar years. At the time, nearly 800,000 men worked in Britain's coal mines, producing over 200 million tons of coal annually, fuel that powered factories, trains, and homes across the empire. The work was grueling and dangerous. Miners spent up to 10 hours a day underground, often crawling through tunnels less than 4 feet high, in heat and darkness thick with coal dust. Respiratory disease, injuries, and collapses were constant threats. By the late 1930s, mining accidents claimed an average of 700 lives per year in Britain, with thousands more left injured or permanently disabled. Few homes in mining towns had running water or indoor plumbing. Baths were taken once a week, typically in the kitchen, using heated water from the stove. The ritual of washing the miner was both necessity and intimacy. It symbolized the partnership that sustained families through poverty and exhaustion, a private moment of care amid lives defined by collective hardship. Chester-le-Street itself was emblematic of mining life in the northeast of England. The region's economy revolved entirely around the pits. When coal prices fell during the Great Depression, entire communities suffered. In 1936, the year before this photograph was taken, Durham's unemployment rate hovered around 28%, one of the highest in Britain. Yet within those hardships lay deep solidarity. Miners' unions, women's groups, and community halls became the backbone of working-class culture. The image's stark contrast, the woman's clean apron against the man's darkened skin, became a metaphor for survival. It was not merely a scene of hygiene, but a portrait of endurance. The woman's labor in the home mirrored the man's labor underground, both essential and invisible in the eyes of society. When the photographs circulated in newspapers and archives, it came to symbolize the humanity of industrial Britain, a reminder that behind every ton of coal was a life, a marriage, and a home. It stood in quiet defiance of the glamour of empire, focusing instead on the dignity of ordinary people. Added fact: the average miner in 1937 earned about £2 10 shillings per week, the equivalent of roughly £200 in today's money, while the coal they extracted fueled an industry worth hundreds of millions, an imbalance that would later ignite decades of labor reform and union-led protest across Britain.